Hi guys, welcome back to Graceful Beauty. My name is Sherry and today I just want to share with you some of the new makeup that I've recently purchased. What's new? I'm always purchasing more makeup or skincare that I probably don't need. And what I want to do is in a few videos back I showed you some other new makeup that some I said I did not like and some I said I loved, and I want to give you my feedback on it now. I think it's important not to just say, oh, I bought this and I bought this and give you my first impressions. I think it's important to come back later and tell you if I'm still loving it or if I'm not. So before I keep rambling on and on and on, let's just get started and I'm going to show you some of the new products that I've recently purchased and how I got today's look. So I've already done my morning skincare except my final step, the most important step, which is my sunscreen, but I want to apply this sunscreen today so you guys can see what the texture is like and what I think about it. This sunscreen is by Make Prem. It's made in Korea, and what I love is that it's an SPF 50 plus PA+++++. So I really wanted to try this because it's also a Blu-ray sunscreen. And it says it's a safe formula. It's for oily skin, sensitive skin. It's good for acne-prone skin. And it says that it has 100% inorganic UV protectant that reflects UV rays from the surface of the skin and EWG green grade ingredients, which is really nice. It has zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. This has a lot of really good ingredients, so that's why I was really excited to try it. And I did already try it yesterday when I received it in the mail, and I really love it so far. I even washed off all my makeup, did some skincare, put it on, and then redid makeup because I was so excited to see what it would look like. I love this little applicator tip. It's just a little small tip instead of a pump. But what's nice is not that I'm trying to be all Instagrammy and, you know, pour it all down my face or anything like they do on Instagram, but I like that I actually can just put it on my face where I need it and then just rub it in, you know, or you can just put it in your hand and rub it in because you're gonna get your hands dirty anyways. Let me just show you how amazing this texture is. So I'm just gonna put a little on my hand to show you, but it comes out like a white cream. But look at this when I rub it in. It rubs in and there's no white cast, and it's got not dry mattifying to where your face is gonna feel tight. So if you have, you know, dry skin, I think you could still use this, but it's just dries down and it doesn't feel like you have anything on your skin at all. I mean, look, there's nothing left on my hand. And, you know, that's kind of rare if it's not tinted when it's an SPF 50 with minerals in it, the titanium and the zinc oxide. So I put quite a bit of this on. I'm gonna put a good amount of this on. And as you guys know, if you've seen any of my other videos, I wear a lot of sunscreen. And I bring it all the way down my neck and my chest, but I'm not gonna waste this one. I'm gonna use one of my other ones on my neck and my chest just so I can use them up. Now I know this looks white on my face right now, but it's just because I have so much on, but it rubs in really well. I love that I can even put this on my eyes and no burning. And see, if you don't put sunscreen on your eyes or if your face burns from sunscreen, look at the ingredients because you might be using a chemical sunscreen, and chemicals, I'm telling you, if I get them anywhere near my eyes are just burning and, you know, watering. So you can rub mineral sunscreens all over your eyes and everywhere, or if you have sensitive skin after retin-A or, you know, just sensitive skin overall, mineral sunscreens are great for that. So I know I just applied a lot, but I'm gonna put a little bit more on, just in the areas that I want to really make sure have the coverage because my hormones are a little crazy right now, so my melasma is starting to darken up, even though it was already starting to lighten, but you know, those are the joys of being a woman. Okay, so I'm gonna go in my bathroom and I'm gonna put my probably Elta MD all the way down my neck and my chest, and then I like to let my sunscreen kind of absorb into my skin for a good 15 to 20 minutes if I have the time, and then I'll come right back and I'm gonna show you the rest of the makeup I'm gonna wear. My sunscreen has now dried down and it's just slightly tacky, but not in a sticky way. It almost just feels like a primer. So I'm not going to use a primer today because I really love how my skin feels and the way my pores are looking right now. Today I'm going to use a foundation that I purchased about a month ago, and I did add this in a video before. This is by Face Atelier, and I really enjoy this foundation, and I've just been so busy trying other products, I just haven't had a chance to play around with this again. But I did wear this yesterday and I loved it. So this is what I'm going to use today. And what I did yesterday is my new IT Cosmetics CC Heavenly brush. This is what I applied it with, and I really, really liked it because typically I like to use a damp beauty sponge for my makeup application. So this is what I'm going to use to apply this foundation. I'm just going to put on a thin coat of my Clear City Lips. It doesn't really look clear anymore because sometimes I apply it over lipstick, but I like to put this on when I'm getting ready because then my lips will be nice and plump and ready to go when I apply my lipstick. This is the older packaging. This is just one of the ones that I'm trying to use up before I start using all of my newer packaging. Next is concealer. Now, just a few videos ago, actually probably a month ago or less than that, I was telling you guys how much I'm loving these L'Oreal True Match concealers, and this is $10 for one of them, and it looks like 1.5 milliliters in here. But I don't know if you can tell, these are almost gone, both of these. And I don't put crazy concealer on like in a big V. I just put a couple little dots, and then on one of them I might, touch up a couple blemishes. But these are almost gone, and they were 10 bucks a piece. So as much as I love these in their drugstore, I think they're ridiculously overpriced for the amount you get. I didn't pay attention to the amount that was in them when I first got them, but then after a few weeks, I'm like, golly, this product is pretty much almost gone. So L'Oreal, if you're watching, which I'm sure you'll never watch any of my videos, this is a ripoff. This is such an amazing concealer, but $10 for this little amount, and it disappears in 3 weeks for an older woman like me who only puts on a few little dots. Golly, if I was one of those Instagram people who put like that massive triangle and did it here and here and here, this would be gone in one use. So for the principle behind it, I don't think I'm gonna repurchase this because it's just way too much money to have to buy $10 for each concealer that might only last you a couple weeks. So what I did is I've been seeing everybody talk about the new Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Concealer. And I was like, well, then I'm gonna try it because I looked at how much was in it, and this has 15 milliliters in it. And I forget what I paid for it. I don't know, 20, 30 bucks. I'll look it up. For these L'Oreal concealers, if these were 15 milliliters at $10 for 1.5 milliliters, we're looking at basically 100 bucks for one of these versus, I don't know, 20, $30 for this concealer right here. So this is drugstore, this is not. And I'm not one of those that's like, drugstore, that's, so beneath me. It's not. I love drugstore just as much as I love higher end products, but I'm all about spending my money wisely. I know my husband wouldn't think that since I'm like a makeup and skincare hoarder, but you know what I'm saying. I'm not gonna keep spending this much money for something that's gonna disappear in a few weeks, and this I think is gonna last me for 800 million years. Anyways, I got the shade Vanilla. Look how huge this thing is. This is a concealer, not a foundation. And it's got the big doe foot applicator in it. And I just dot a few little dots here. And I tried this out yesterday also, and I love, love, love this. Do you see how like just 3 little drops gives you a huge amount? And that's actually probably too much. So I'm gonna use a beauty blender to kind of shear that out a little bit. Look how nice that coverage is under this eye, and sometimes I'll even put a little bit more on right underneath where the shadow is, just so that it won't show the little bags under my eyes as much. I could probably just get away with putting 1 dot here and then just blending it out because this is really pigmented and it blends really nicely. I want to just get a little closer, and I want to turn the lighting down. And the reason I'm doing this with the lighting is one of my subscribers had suggested that I start showing you my makeup you know, with the lighting on just so you can see, but also turning down the lights kind of so you can get a better look at what it looks like in natural light. So I just want to get a little closer, and I'm not going to do this after each step. I just want to show you how pretty this concealer looks with this foundation. So here it is with the light on, and then I'm just going to turn the light down. And this is what it looks like with the light down. But so it really just looks like skin on my face. It doesn't look like I have a thick layer of makeup. For my under eye concealer, I don't always need a setting powder. Some days I don't wear powders at all, but I really wanted to try a different under eye setting powder. I had never tried the Secret Brightening Powder. This isn't a new product. This has been on the market for a long time. And I just saw it yesterday and decided I would pick this up. It's such a finely milled powder, and it just really makes the under eye area, it brightens it up like it says, and it just really sets the concealer nicely without looking cakey or cracky. So since I'm talking and I make a lot of expressions, I'm going to pat down this concealer again because I don't want it to set in my fine lines and then powder that down into my fine lines. So once I have it looking flawless again, I'm gonna try not to make any expression underneath, and then I'm going to lightly powder it. And I'm just using my Luxie Duo Fiber powder brush. This one's really nice, gives you a nice light application. I'm just going to lightly powder this. I try not to breathe in when I'm using powders because it's not really good to breathe these in, so just be cautious when you're putting powder on. Don't be breathing in until the powder goes away. This is what this powder looks like. I shouldn't have peeled the little thing all the way off because now there's tons of powder in there instead of being able to take it out. But look at this. Look at how finely milled this is. This isn't like I just dipped my whole finger in it, but when you brush it on under your eyes, it just blends out. It feels silky. And then it just blends away to nothing. Now I'm just going to prime my eyes before I put on my eyeshadow with my Tarte Clean Slate 360 Creaseless. I've used this, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, ever since it first came out, and I really, really like it. And then they stopped selling it, and then I happened to notice on their website they had it on sale, so I picked up another one of these. While my eye primer is drying down, I'm just going to do my eyebrows, and I just like to clean off with a Q-tip any makeup that maybe I got inside my eyebrows so that the brow pencil will stick better. So in a video a few weeks ago, I was showing you some more new makeup, and I was trying different brow pencils that were newer, and I got this one by Rimmel. I'll put the link down below which one it is. And I was saying how much I didn't like it. And I was saying, oh, I don't like it because look at this tip. It's like a triangle applicator. It's too big for my eyes. And then this little spoolie, so small, it's like hitting my head. And it's funny because I thought, let me just try it out a few more times. I love this. Isn't it funny how sometimes when you buy a product at first you're like, oh my gosh, I don't like this at all, but then you end up loving it when you try it a few more times? Or you might love the product when you first get it and then you keep trying it and you just don't like it. That is why I think it is so important when we watch a lot of these videos on YouTube that if it's a product somebody talks about but they never ever talk about it again, well, you don't really know if it's something that you want to purchase or not. So that's what I'm really trying to do, is go back and re-review some of the items that maybe I have spoken about in the past, and this is one of them that I take back everything I said on it. There's just one thing that I still don't like, but I love this brow pencil. Like, it is my absolute fave, better than anything I've ever used, better than my Anastasia brow pencil. This, even though it's got this thicker point, which that's the one thing I don't like, but I've made it work to where I can just use kind of the edge of it and fill it in. It lasts all day. It's like a wax almost, and it just stays put. It doesn't, you know, my face gets oily or I sweat, and a lot of times brow products, I notice if I scratch my head or whatever, I'm like, oh crap, the brow's gone. Not with this. This stuff stays put. It just doesn't budge until you take it off. And now after trying it multiple times, I really, really, really love this. And it's at the drugstore and it's so inexpensive. So I will not be buying any expensive brow products probably anymore unless I'm just dying to try something new. This will be my go-to brow product. Now I'm going to put on my eyeshadows. Now this is not the first time using this. This is the Laura Mercier Eye and Face Palette that I got in the Nordstrom Anniversary Sale. And this is just the first time I'm showing it to you guys. It's got a nice little mirror, actually a really nice mirror inside. And then you've got a bronzer here, and then you've got 2 blushes, and then you've got 8 eyeshadows, which I absolutely love. And out of these eyeshadows, 4 of them are matte. This top one here is matte, this one's matte, this is a matte, and then this beautiful grayish color is not really a matte. I think it's supposed to be, but it's got a hint of sheen to it. Not glitter, not shimmer, and none of them have real glitter, just a nice shimmer for this one, which is a good lid color, and this one I actually don't care for this color at all. The formula is like chalky, but out of all of these, the rest of them are just beautiful. And even though there's not a highlighter in this palette, I actually used this eyeshadow right here as a highlighter, and it looked really, really pretty. So this is perfect for travel because it has your bronzer, your blush, a highlighter, and eyeshadows, and even eyeliner. You can make these your eyeliner, so you can really make your travel bag a lot smaller with just this one palette. I'm actually going to apply the blush and the bronzer and a little highlight first before I do my eyes. Someone made a comment in another one of my videos watching me that they're cringing every time they watch me do my makeup, or because I'm tapping off my excess too hard, and I guess because they're saying I'm just using cheap brushes and they would never do that with their expensive brushes. But no, I won't ever buy super expensive brushes. I mean, I don't think these are mega cheap. I think you can get like 4 of them for 40 bucks or 50 bucks. But I really like these brushes, but what am I doing wrong? Are you not supposed to tap off any excess? Like if you dip in there too much, so, or what are you supposed to just shake it? I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to do. They never replied back when I said, oh, you know, I didn't know, you know, what am I supposed to do? But I didn't know I would be damaging the brush because this is metal right here. So when I'm tapping it, I'm just tapping metal. So, you know, I hate to make people cringe watching my videos, but if you guys know if there's a better way for me to be doing it, instead of, if I get too much on the brush, instead of tapping off that excess, let me know if there's a proper way to do it. So this is the bronzer shade, and I really like this shade. I don't want to say it's a matte bronzer. It just has a smidgy of a sheen, but there's no shimmer or sparkles or anything like that. And it's just kind of a nice, natural, bronzy color. So you see, just with a few swipes, it really accentuates my cheekbones. And this is just, it's really a pretty color. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Hoola bronzer. So if you like the Hoola one, you might really like this. And there's no scent to it, which is nice. And then I like to put a little bit around here. And now let's cover up this massive forehead. I mean, I'm just gonna put a hat on, so it doesn't really matter what's up here, but you know, let's just do this full face of makeup. I've got these little hairs, patches of hairs all over that are growing back after some of my hair was falling out. And I've got this chunk of hair right here that I'm thankful it's growing back. But did you guys ever watch Laverne and Shirley back in the day? Do you remember, was it Lenny or Squiggy who was like, hello? So that's what I feel like when this piece of hair is constantly doing this. So anyways, I should just pin it back. 1 second. For blush, I'm going to try this one right here. These are both really beautiful, but today I want to use this brighter pink blush. So I'm just going to... Oh, that's such a pretty color. I love it. I really, really like it. It's not sparkly or anything, but it just gives you kind of a natural glow. I don't see any glitter. I just love blush, and I think this is such a beautiful blush in this palette. And you know, if you're ever having a bad day, trust me, put a little blush on and your day will instantly be brighter. Literally. It's just, blush just makes everything better. Then I'm going to try the champagne colored eyeshadow right here, and I just lightly tap a little bit of that on my brush. I don't know what brush this is. It's so cute though. Isn't this a pretty brush? I got this in either one of my Ipsy or Birchbox, but look, they've got like 2 little purpley pink rhinestones on it. It's so pretty. And then look at the handle. The handle is like this purpley pink sparkly color. It's so pretty. I love this. I love pretty brushes. And then I'm just going to put a little bit above my cheekbone. That's so pretty. I don't like intense bam in your face, wet looking highlight that looks super fake. I just like this, I just like a little natural glow that just accentuates, you know, where the sun would hit and give your face that pretty glow. And then I just put a little bit above my eyebrows also. I'm going to try my Trace Stick Mini Highlight Stick. This is something I've only tried like once or twice, and I've had it for a couple months, so I just want to put this down my nose, and I like this. Ooh, it looks kind of natural too. This is a really pretty highlight. Let's just put some on our Cupid's bow. I can't believe I wasn't using this. This is so pretty. Well, I already have highlight here, but let's just see what it looks like. Oh, bam. Definitely need to blend that out. But it's really natural looking when you blend it out. Oh, this is so pretty. I forget what this came in. I think it came in like a Ipsy or Birchbox, or I don't know what this came in, but this is really pretty. So the first shade I'm going to use to do my crease color, my transition color, is this really pretty. It's like a light brown, but it's got a mauve undertone to it. It's so pretty. And then I'm just going to make a crease. And I've talked about it before, but I have very hooded eyes. I've had them ever since I was a kid, but you know, if you put your eyeshadow where your crease really is, so you can see my crease is really right here. If I put eyeshadow here, you won't even be able to see it, and I'll still look like I have really hooded eyes. So you can already see the difference here. I just bring it up a little bit higher, just a smidgy higher of where my crease actually is, and then it just kind of helps give the illusion that my crease is a bit higher. And then I also like to put a lighter shade on the mobile lid, and then that will help to make it look like it's not so hooded also. And you guys know, I'm not a makeup artist, so, you know, some of my techniques are probably wrong, but I'm just an average, everyday woman who loves makeup, and, you know, this is just what works for me, but I always love learning new tips and tricks. So I was in Nordstrom yesterday, and the guy I was talking to, he's a makeup artist, and I was getting some more tips and tricks from him, and I didn't have on eye makeup, but he was asking me how I applied my eyeshadow, and I told him it's, you know, everything I do on camera, and he said I'm actually doing everything correctly, but he said if you just want a quick tip, he said whenever you apply your eyeshadow, when you start your crease here, he said it's kind of like a martini glass. And he said you just start everything here, but you want to bring it up here. So, you know, this probably came down a smidgy too much, but I can always clean that up. But he said don't bring it this way, because when you bring your eyeshadow out this way, it brings your hooded eyes, it makes them look like they're more downturned. It'll make you look older and just kind of droopy and saggy. So he said just always remember to have that imaginary line there, or, you know, you could even put a piece of tape there if you want, so that you make sure you keep it going in the upwards direction. Everything should go up, because then it'll lift your face and bring everything up. That's just kind of a good little tip that he gave me, and I wanted to share it with you guys. So I just cleaned off my brush, and I'm just going to take this dark color right here, and I'm going to lightly apply it to the outer V. So before I blend all this out, I want to do the lower lash line, and I kind of want to blend it all, but I'm just going to use my IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe dual-ended brush, and I'm just going to lightly tap it in there, and then I'm going to go on the lower lash line, and then just kind of bring it up in the same direction that he was saying to bring it up, and then I'm just going to connect it to what I just did up here. And then I'm just going to take the fluffy side of this IT Cosmetics brush. So one of my subscribers had asked if maybe I would do a really close-up zoom in when I do my makeup, and I actually just forgot to do that today, so I apologize. But, you know, I am not a makeup artist, so, you know, I don't really know if you guys are going to be like, oh, we need to see it so zoomed in because she's so skilled. But I doubt anybody's really saying that. But I will try that on a couple videos and see what you guys think. But one that I love, if you want someone that does some beautiful looks, and, you know, there's still looks that I would probably attempt at my age, I think it's Angela Bright. I'm going to look it up. I'll leave her link down below, but she has some of the most beautiful eye looks, and her videos are literally just the camera and an eye, and she's talking through it and telling you what she's using, and she does a lot of the newer palettes that are out, and she shows you some looks that you don't need fake eyelashes, which I don't use fake eyelashes, but she also shows you some with, you know, big beautiful eyelashes. But I love watching her videos because they're quick, they're to the point, and she just does some of the most beautiful, beautiful eye looks. But I will leave her channel down below. But I'm going to try this beautiful, it's like a blue-gray, kind of like a hint of purple. I don't even know how to describe this color. It's just gray, but it is so pretty. This was actually the reason I bought this palette, because of this color. And I'm just going to put this on my lower lash line. So it just kind of looks almost like a lavender gray. It's so pretty. So then I'm going to use my finger. I'm just going to use this kind of champagne color, this shimmery color for my mobile lid. And then I just lightly press it on. These are really silky. I mean, this just blends. I could probably do this whole eye look with my fingers. That's how easy these blend. And I forgot to highlight my brow bone, so I'm just going to use a little bit of this matte white. I like to use a little bit of a shimmer sometimes up here, and, you know, I might do that with maybe the Trestique stick. Oh yeah, maybe I'll do that. And I'm just going to kind of blend everything together with a big fluffy brush. And I'm going to try not to bring this shimmer up into the crease because I want to keep the crease fully matte. Alright, so now I'm just going to put on some eyeliner, curl my lashes, and do some mascara. It's nothing new. It's stuff that I've used all the time. I'll link down below what I'm using, and then I'll come right back. Now I'm going to do my lips, which is my favorite part of my makeup application because I love lip products so much. But this is the Wet n Wild 907C. It's called Mauve Outta Here. I love this lipstick, and it looks awful because it is already broken. I don't want to tip it out, but well, look, you can see it's broken, but that's okay. I mean, it was under $2, so just make sure your lid stays on if you have this in your purse. But I love this. It's like a matte lipstick, but it's not that dry, chalky matte that makes your lips feel like the Sahara Desert. It's just a nice matte, but even with matte lipsticks, I still apply a little bit of lip gloss anyway, since I love lip gloss. But this is such a pretty color, and I had only swatched it on my hand the other day, so here's what it looks like on. It's so pretty, but I'm gonna put this on my lips and show you what it looks like. And I know they say you're really supposed to use the same shade of liner as the lipstick that you're using, but like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, so I just do things my own way and what I like. I've tried using lip liners that match the lipstick closely, and I just don't like the way it looks. So I like more of like that ombre effect on my lips. Not so much of a super harsh lip line, which I'm sure sometimes it looks like that, but I just like a little bit more of that ombre look. And this is just my favorite lip liner, and I use it all the time. It's so pretty, it's so pigmented. And what I love about this is that after it kind of fades away, if I have something to drink or eat, my lips sort of stain, not this bold purpley pink color, but just kind of a brighter your lips look but better color. And you could either wear it like this, but of course everybody knows I'm like a mad scientist. I like to mix everything when it comes to lip products. So I'm just gonna use my Milani Keep It Full lip gloss. I'm just gonna put a little of this in the center. I mean, look how glossy this is. It totally changes the way your lipstick looks. You know, I just blend a million lipsticks. I just love playing around with lip products, but you know, you really could just put that lipstick on or even put a little chapstick over top of it if you wanted to have, you know, a little bit more moisture. So now my makeup is pretty much finished, but I don't know if I've ever really talked a whole lot about my Color Science brush-on sunscreens. I really, really, really love these, and I keep these in my purse, in my beach bag, in my pocket. I mean, I have used these for, I don't know, maybe 10 years. As long as I've seen them out on the market, I've used these for so long. This is a all mineral sunscreen, SPF 50 brush on. Don't rely on this as your only form of sunscreen because I don't know if you saw my other video, you'd have to put a lot of it on. But if I like to just lightly powder my face after I've done my makeup, I'll just take this little guy out and I just kind of shake it. I don't know if you can see the powder that's coming out. They say you're just supposed to lightly rub it on the back of your hand like this, but sometimes I don't want to put it on my hand. So anyways, I just kind of give it a shake and then I just start powdering my face. I wish this one had like that push button like I've seen some of the other ones, and then I could just push it out, but it's fine. I like the product that's in it. So this is the finished look, and since one of my subscribers had asked if I would show my makeup look with the lights and without the lights so you can see what it looks like in natural lighting, I am going to do that for you. This is the finished look with my ring light still on, and you know, as you can see, the ring light really blurs out a lot of imperfections. So when you see people on camera and you're like, oh my gosh, their skin's so pretty, if they turn down the ring light, I mean, a lot of people do have flawless, perfect skin, but you know, some of us like me, we don't have flawless, perfect skin. I have acne scarring, hyperpigmentation, melasma, so I'm just gonna show you what it looks like with the light off and just with the natural light coming in. And there's actually no sun shining in, so it might look a little dark, but at least you can see what the natural lighting looks like. And now you can pretty much see what this looks like up close. But I really like this foundation. I think it just looks like skin. And then this is the eyeshadow. I do need to blend it a little bit better so it's not such a harsh line. And you can probably see my gray hairs. I literally just colored like, I don't know, 4 days ago. And then look at how much gray is already here. So I'm going to cover that up with some root concealer also. So I just wanted to back up a little bit so you can also get a better look at my whole face, and this is the finished look. And again, I just need to blend my eyes a little bit better, but it's fine for now. but I really like this foundation. I think it really just looks like skin. It still gives me a little glow, and you know I'm never going to be able to fully cover up all of my hyperpigmentation and melasma, but that's okay. I'd rather it still look like skin and you see a little bit of my imperfections peeking through versus having a thick cake face of makeup on. So let me know if you guys like when I film and turn the lights down so that you can see what it really looks like, or do you just want to see everything super bright and all of that. So honestly, I kind of like having the lights off when I'm filming because I suffer from migraines and I'm very light sensitive. So there's a lot of days that I want to film, but I actually can't because I have way too much pain. So, and that's from this beautiful neck injury that I had. I don't know if you can see this scar. That's not a wrinkle, that is a scar from surgery, but I can talk about that in another video if anybody wants to know about pain management or what I've done over the years to deal with all of this. Anyways, let me know what your thoughts are on all of these products and if any of you guys own any of them, or let me know what your favorite makeup products are if there's something that you feel like I really need to try and that I need in my life so that I can go out and purchase it right away. I really enjoy doing these videos for you guys and I really enjoy your feedback, so let me know you guys' thoughts, and if you like this video I hope you'll give it a thumbs up, and if you're not subscribed already but you'd like to be, just tap the little subscribe button down below, or at the end of the video you can click my face and then you can subscribe. And if you want to get notified when I do post a video, you just need to tap that little bell and click all for when you want to get notified. I don't post videos every single day, sometimes once or twice a week, so you're not going to be getting an email all the time saying I posted a video. But if that's something that you guys are interested in and you want to be alerted each time I post a video, just make sure you do tap the little bell. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys watching and I hope you have a great day.